I have got 3 Android phones sitting here, a Pixel, a Samsung, and one more, from 3 completely different brands. But right now, none of them are running Google Play services. And no, before you ask, I did not root a single one of them. If you have ever wanted a phone that feels lighter, with less bloat and less tracking, on a Pixel you can install something like Graphene OS and get a much more privacy-focused Android experience. But Graphene OS is not available for most Android phones, so I wanted to see how far we can go with the phones we already have. I made a small tool that lets me remove Google Apps and other bloatware from Android using ADB without rooting the phone. And I am not just going to delete the apps and call it a day. I will also show you the open source alternatives I am using for the things I still need every day, because removing Google is the easy part. Having a phone you can actually use afterward. That is the interesting part. So let us start. Before doing anything, back up your important data. We are changing the software configuration of the phone, so it is better to have a backup before you start. Now go into Settings, open About Phone, find Build Number, and tap it several times until developer options are enabled. Then go back to Settings, open Developer Options, and turn on USB debugging. That is basically it. Now connect the phone to your computer. I built this tool for both Windows and Mac. It is completely free and open source, and it basically gives you a much easier way to manage Android packages through ADB. If you like seeing more open source tools like this, subscribing genuinely helps. I build these in my free time, so it means a lot. You can download it from my GitHub, and if you do not want to use my tool, you can also use Google's official Android platform tools and do everything manually with ADB. I am using the tool because, honestly, it is just easier. So, connect the phone to your computer. The first time you do this, Android will ask you to allow USB debugging. Hit Allow. And now the tool can see the device. It shows me the installed packages, including system applications. I have also added a risk indicator so you can review potentially important packages before removing them. And please, do not just select everything and uninstall it. I have added an option for recommended cleanup. It shows you the critical apps that can be removed, but it only removes the core apps. You will also see an option to back up your apps before removing them. Please use this feature to back up your apps before you start removing anything. So, I have selected the backup option and hit the Remove Apps button. Now keep your phone connected. It is backing up your apps and then removing them. And as you can see, we successfully removed the core apps. But what if I want to remove more apps? For example, I want to remove YouTube. Just search for the package name of the app you want to remove, and remove it. And as you can see, I have removed all the system apps from my phone that I wanted to remove. Now, let us talk about the backup. You can always restore those apps again with just one click. Now, let us test this on another phone. This time, I am using a Samsung. Same process. Connect the phone, allow USB debugging, and the tool detects all the installed packages. And yes, I can remove the Google apps here too. Now, let us come back to the Pixel. We have removed the Google apps, but what do we use instead? For this phone, I have installed open source alternatives for some of the basic things I use every day, like phone, SMS, mail, and the browser. And for downloading applications, I am using F-Droid instead of the Play Store. There are open source alternatives for a lot of common apps. There is also a repository on GitHub that keeps a list of free and open source software focused on freedom and privacy. I will leave that repository in the description. You can find replacements for a lot of the apps you normally use. Like on my phone, I am using FOSS alternatives for messages, contacts, mail, and more. And you do not have to replace everything at once. Just start with the apps you actually want to replace. There is also something important I want to make clear. Removing Google does not automatically make your phone completely private. Your phone manufacturer can still collect data, and apps you install can still track you. So the goal here is not to magically make the phone private by deleting a few packages. The goal is to give you more control over what software is installed, what services are running, and what you actually want on your phone. And I think that is becoming more important now. Google is introducing developer verification for Android applications, with broader changes rolling out through 2027. The goal is to make Android apps increasingly tied to verified developers. So, I think it's a good time to take back control of your phone. That is it for this video. I will leave my tool, the open source app alternatives, and the manual ADB method down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in next one.